Us virtually. Good morning, James. Can you, Gabriel, how are you doing? Many thanks for joining us on Talksports today. So, Gabriel, in your overview, tell us, how you feel the Super Eagles have been doing since the group stage, if you can hear me clearly. I seem to be having a bit of technicality, but let's move on and have other conversations. So looking at it now, AFCON, talking about it, Ademola Lookman won the man of the match yesterday, well deserving for him because, he scored and then gave two beautiful assists, one to Victor Osimhen and the second to Akko James, who he got called up by Eric Chil from Sevilla to play and represent the Super Eagles and scoring 3 goals in this AFCON, and he scored on his own debut day for the Super Eagles, and he has been on a very, very good trend. Talking about Ademola Lookman now, Ademola Lookman picked up the man of the match prize following the Super Eagles' dominant victory over members of Mozambique. Lookman was the star of the show as the Super Eagles trashed their less fierce opponent 4-0, and then the Atlanta man opened the scoring for in Nigeria in the 20th minute and also provided 3 assists in the game. The 28-year-old has so far registered 3 goals and 5 assists in their game. In 3 games in Morocco. Lookman's impressive performance for Nigeria at the AFCON 2025 finals has put him in the contention to win the Player of the Tournament award. It would be recalled he also won the Player of the Match in Nigeria's second group game against Tunisia. So now, having won 2 back-to-back, no, 2, not back-to-back this time around, 2 Man of the Match trophies. So aside the African Cup of Nations trophies that obviously the same Super Eagles are looking to win, Ademola Lookman has 2 trophies to his name, and also he's on the radar of one of the players who may be crowned as the best player of the tournament. So we'll be having more conversation around the fact that Victor Osimhen and also Ademola Lookman had a lash out, but this came strictly from Victor Osimhen, who wasn't happy because of a pass that Ademola Lookman did not give him. Not just him, the pass was either supposed to come to him by Ademola Lookman or the closest person, Bruno, who was also supposed to pass, but he tried finding the back of the net. Some persons have rumored that the fact that the presidency of Nigeria says that each goal a player scores is going to earn around 14 million naira as additional bonus. Some persons are arguing that that's one of the reasons why everybody was just trying to score. But Ademola Lookman gave assists yesterday, and also I think Victor Bruno was supposed to be the one to get the ball. But what is it with strikers? You're 3-0 up already. An additional goal was going to come. Either someone else score or you get to score. But there is this thing with strikers, they always want to score, which is their primary assignment. I don't blame them, but the outburst yesterday by Victor Osimhen was just so much, and a very good decision was taken by Eric Chil of substituting him and bringing in Paul Onacho to also take that place. Though the job was done at the time, but it's a very good lesson, a good message that was passed. And then we went for that to have conversation with the head coach of the Super Eagles, and then he says that there would be punishments after Osimhen's clash with Ademola Lookman. The head coach of the Super Eagles, Eric Chil, has dropped a big hint he could punish Victor Osimhen following his on-field clash with Ademola Lookman. The incident happened during the Nigeria's 4-0 win over Mozambique in the round of 16 at the 2025 African Cup of All Nations. Both Osimhen and Lookman could be seen exchanging strong words in the second half, with the Eagles already 3 goals up. Osimhen then asked Chile to be taken off and was replaced by Paul Onacho. The Galatasaray striker went straight into the dressing room at full time, refusing to join the celebration with the rest of the squad. When asked about the incident at the press conference, Chile said what happened on the pitch will stay in the group, which was a very beautiful response. We'll be going on a very quick break again, and then when we return back, we'll try to get a hold of our guests to have this conversation. Stay with us. Yes, many thanks for staying with us. Now we're about to have the extract the conversation of what's currently happening in Morocco. And joining me live virtually is Ikenna Okoronkwo, Secretary General of Sport Writers Association of Nigeria. My leader, how is Morocco? Good morning.
Good morning, Sam. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure, and Happy New Year to you and everybody.
Happy New Year to
Thank
you
you so
too.
much for this privilege. Morocco, particularly Fez, is fine. Any moment from now today, the team will be transiting from Fez to Marrakesh, where the next showdown will happen.
Okay.
That's about the quarterfinal.
Okay.
And I'm also due to take a seat in that regard.
Oh, okay. So now, looking at it now, we saw the Super Eagles have been on a massive trend of almost on 100%. Basically, we saw the group games where they played three of their games and won, scored 8 goals, and that's 100% for them. And then seeing the quarterfinal against Mozambique again, scoring 4 goals and not conceding. How well do you think the Super Eagles have been performing? Do you think they are, trying to make Nigerians proud by not qualifying for the World Cup?
Well, I think everything is in the mix. The team Super Eagles, if not for management issues, well in the recent past, and of course, the team is supposed to be at every time be first in Africa in terms of performance because the area of stars and talent that we have even back home, then even Nigerians, footballers scattered all over the world,
Yes.
cannot be compared with any other country. But things have happened. But it is particularly for this competition, the 35th edition of the Africa Cup of Nations. It's a whole lot to see and to witness. I think the team, have a long way to go still. Particularly if they continue being focused. Don't forget that football is a game of team play, it's not an individual issue. So if you have a team that don't have too many stars, known footballers, and they are playing like a team, they come on board, and of course, in case they are tactics right, they can dislodge another team that is full of stars. So you see what happened before that Super Eagles match, Egypt versus Benin Republic.
Yes.
Egypt with their pedigree in football, the little known or the team without too much of stars. Benin Republic had to drag them to extra time,
yes,
before they were able to leave that in the board. So it goes to show that the Super Eagles, yes, they have put in 100% performance, winning 4/4. But there are still many things the team should look into, so that moving on, they will be able to avoid any form of upset.
Okay. Yes, we are going to let's have this Egypt conversation. The Benin Republic were able to drag them to extra time, and which wasn't what a lot of persons were expecting. Do you think the effect of General Draw is what is helping the team, fight this much, and also having the 7-time African Cup of Nations champions, battle to advance into the quarterfinal?
Yeah, so of course, General Draw is one coach that just came out of the blues. Super Eagles being the very known team he handled in his career before he now got the current job in the Republic. So it is a factor. It has shown that the coach should be in his 60s thereabout. It's a man to reckon with in African football now, because he has shown that the Republic that nobody knew much about. They almost got a World Cup ticket from some 2 months ago, and so it has shown that he's a big factor, and he has kept moving and pushing in a way that that country, the Republic, should be proud of him.
Okay. Now, talking, let's move away from Benin. Let's come back to the Super Eagles. Now, we saw Ademola Lookman winning his second Man of the Match trophy yesterday. He had a sterling performance. We also saw Alex Iwobi being Xavi, Frank Lampard, and Iniesta all in one yesterday with beautiful passes, beautiful decisions being made and giving timely passes and pushing the attack. He was very, very instrumental yesterday. I'm sure you would agree with me, Alex Iwobi. Talking about Ademola Lookman, we are not surprised that Ademola Lookman is performing at this level, but what can you say really about the outburst he had between Victor Osimhen, and what is it with strikers and always getting upset when just the pass is not given to them?
Yeah, so Ademola Lookman is a complete striker. If you ask me,
yes,
he has the talent, he has the attitude, and he has the team at heart as well. So very unfortunate that Victor Osimhen keeps getting himself into unnecessary controversy. I mean, it happens. So the same person you try to fraud, which is the ultimate faulted, which is Lookman, had given him a number of assists, and of course he didn't even make use of all of them. 100%. So when he didn't give him a particular one, it doesn't necessarily mean he should have reacted the way he went so extreme. Threatening and all of that. So it's unnecessary, seriously. It goes to show that talent is not just enough for any footballer or any athlete. Attitude is very important. It's an exposure. If you look at Lookman, his background, he's well enlightened. He went to school and all of that.
Yes.
But that is like an opposite of who Osimhen is, coming from the street, and then he delved into stardom. So he should consider some form of attitudinal leadership, so he will understand how to align with his teammates, not thinking above anybody. Football is a game of 11 players, on one side. So it's not something that one person will lay claim to the entire success. If the goalkeeper does not do, if the defenders don't do their work, midfielders spread the passes like he will be trying to do his job as a midfielder.
Yes.
How will the ball get to the strikers in the front there to do the damage? So it's a whole lot that the team, I don't know what the team psychologist or psychology, department of psychology, psychological plan is with players like Osimhen and everybody in that team, so that they will understand that this is not just about one person and all of that.
Yes.
That everybody is on the same page to achieve.
Okay. Let's look at the coaching department now. Eric, when he came in, a lot of persons were asking questions. I also asked questions about who this man really is, because we have not seen him coach any major team aside, being a Malian, not like the Nigerian artist Naira Marley, but he is from Mali. So we had a lot of questions. Nigerian had a lot of questions about him. But now, are you surprised? I'm sure you also asked questions about him, who he is, and can he handle the caliber, the team, Super Eagles. But looking at how well he has been able to manage the team and have rotations like we saw in the previous game, and where Nigeria won also 3-2, and also now winning again 4-0 straightforward. How would you say Eric have been able to manage the team, and how well do you think he has done with the rotation of the players that he have, because the Super Eagles has a very big depth? So in your words, how do you think he has been able to manage all of the stars we have?
Okay, so the coach Eric Shell, has a tons of so far, like you rightly pointed out. So he has tried to do a yeoman's job with the other of his assistants. I think he's one of the coaches that have coached Super Eagles to the area of assistance. I think I have up to 5 of them or so thereabout.
Yes.
And I think probably he's applying the advice and all of that he's getting from them. So he's doing well, very well for himself and for the country. I just hope he continues to find the tactics that work. Because one thing about the team that I have not really been able to understand why is the area of discipline. Look at yesterday's match. At the dot of time that Calvin Bassey, got that yellow card, very unnecessary.
Yes.
You are leading by 4 goals, and again you went and tackled the player forward. You're not under any pressure. So even if the player that you had confronted has scored that goal, it's not going to be a consolation. It's not going to, affect anything about the team or the victory. So there should be another, apart from the technical know-how of the coach or coaches, the technical bench or the officials of the team should do more now to ensure that the team aligns with some form of behavioral pattern that will not put us on if you play a team that is so stubborn and so tactically, they have this tactical them, maybe the likes of Senegal, Algeria, even the host Morocco. You need to bring your A game, both in tactics and in other aspects of expectation. So the technical officials need to work so much on trying to balance this technical and the other issues that have come with it.
All right. So moving on now, I think the Super Eagles may be facing Algeria or DR Congo. So in the next matchup now, you made mention of psychology and how the effects that the rift between Ademola Lookman and Victor Osimhen had. I'm sure those are two professional individuals, and like the coach rightly mentioned, that there'll be a certain level of punishment for Victor Osimhen. But whatever happened on the field of play, according to him, he says he stays in the group. So let's see how all of this will pan out. But what do you expect next? We might be facing, the Super Eagles may be facing Algeria or DR Congo. What do you think the team should do different, and how do you think they should, brace up for the next action?
So one game at a time. Of course, any of these countries will pose a great challenge. But that is where the competition starts. Comes to very good because it's going to be so much of both trying to manage the time, managing the movement of the players while on the pitch, and of course trying to keep possession, as it were.
Yeah.
Then of course ensure that you score and get your scores defend what you have gotten as long as scoreline is concerned. So facing either of those things, don't forget that DR Congo made us not to have advanced in the World Cup playoff. So and then Nigeria in this particular tournament has also been tipped to be one of the favorites. So it's a whole lot of plans that should be going on. Unfortunately, the distraction by Osimhen is also going to be affecting the team. Today they are supposed to be doing a lot of work and so much. They are supposed to not to be having some distraction, but as it were, is there. So they have to work with that, and of course find a way around. So the team has so much to do. If you ask me, this quarterfinal is where the team will really know if they have come to Morocco or not.
All right. Thank you very much, Ikenna Okonkwo, Secretary General of Sports Writers Association of Nigeria. Thank you so much for taking our time to join us and give us in-depth analysis of what is currently happening on ground in Morocco. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much, Sam. It's a pleasure, and thank you for having me.
All right. You all should come back with the trophy. So, moving on now, let's talk basketball quickly as NBA preseason. the NBA preseason is still ongoing, and we're seeing beautiful actions. Last early hours of this morning, we saw LA Clippers taking on Golden State Warriors at home, and we saw a very beautiful game. I'll be leaving you with our highlights, and that's how much time will permit us to take on today's edition of Talk Sports. My name is Samuel Odi, and I'll see you again